Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are back once again for another episode of our Formula One 24 driver career mode. We are starting out season 2 here. I have not revealed what team I'm staying with or going to. It's going to be revealed in just a few minutes, but if you guys aren't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel, drop a like on this video, and hit that notification bell so you guys can stay on track with all the videos posted this season. Now we are ending the season here with Haas. We had a pretty good rookie season. You can hit the playlist up top to catch up on those, but highlight of the season was probably our pole position in the second race of the season in Jeddah. It was pretty fluky, but a pole position nonetheless. And then we also got a podium, I think, in Singapore. So might have been Singapore, might have been another track, but we did get a podium for sure. So pretty good season, which opens us up to free agencies. So I'm not sure what the free agency experience is like up to this point. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to just kind of, access or talk to every single team on the grid, or if it'll only be a select few. I'm sure we'll find out here, but we are getting the schedule set here, and I flipped the schedule entirely, so all the tracks are new. There's 24 tracks. We only do 10 race seasons, so every track on the calendar this season is new. Even Canada, unfortunately, has been removed in season 1. I couldn't post that video because of technical difficulties, but we got Australia, Japan, Miami, Imola, Spain, Hungary, Netherlands, Texas, Sao Paulo, and then a season finale in Qatar. So I think I can do pretty good this season. Depends on the car that we have, of course, but I think I'll probably struggle the most at Miami, Imola. Those seem to be two tracks that I'm not very good at. But like I said just before, we had a pretty good inaugural season in a Haas. We came in P9. Nico Hulkenberg, I think, was P17. He didn't score too many points on the season. But big thing to note here is that we were only 4 points behind Oscar Piastri in the McLaren, and they had the third fastest car, I think, or they were in the top 3 in terms of performance. And then the Haas, I think we started off like right at the bottom, maybe second after Kick Sauber, and then worked our way up to midfield. But again, only 4 points behind Oscar Piastri. And I say that because we get the free agency. I don't get an explanation from anything, so I'm not really sure what is going on, but from what I can see and based on the teams that are on each side of the screen here, the red teams don't really want to talk to me. Red Bull, Mercedes, Ferrari, even Aston Martin, who had some struggles and said they were potentially looking to switch drivers midway through the season. Those teams don't look like they want to talk to me. Williams and Kick Sauber, I believe we had secret meetings with early on last season. But most importantly, McLaren is not in the red. So our options here is to stay with Haas, of course. We can go to McLaren, we can go to Red Bull or Alpine. Those are the seats or the teams that really want to talk to us. Now, this is the 4th game cycle I've been posting videos, and since F1 22, I believe we've been doing the my career driver career mode, and I have not chosen McLaren because they're my favorite team and I didn't want to make it super predictable. But if the seat is open, they are a really good team this year as well, so we're going to a top team. We are going to sign the contract. There's not too much drama involved. It's just a little cutscene, I guess what I expect from Cody's, but we are siding with McLaren. So silly season has come to a close, and obviously the biggest highlight is Zak Brown and McLaren dumping Oscar Piastri after only being able to finish 4 points ahead of me in the Drivers' Championship. So he'll take my seat at Haas, and then it looks like Esteban Ocon has been dumped by Alpine, forcing him to go to Williams, as Logan Sargent, of course, no longer driving for that team. And then Oliver Bearman from Formula 2 gets called up to take Esteban Ocon's seat alongside Pierre Gasly in the Alpine. So those are the driver transfers. Nothing too crazy beyond myself and Oscar Piastri going for a little bit of a seat swap. I'm hoping next season might be a little bit more crazy because I think most of the drivers' contracts will be up, and then we might have to make a move from McLaren. Who knows? And that might spark some super cool driver transfers. But last season, we had those regulation changes, and I stopped upgrading the Haas car. Nico Hülkenberg did all the work, maybe with 3 or 4 races left to go. So we're left with 1,500 R&D points to just dump into this McLaren and give us a little bit of a head start heading into Australia. And that'll give us the fastest car on the grid going into the opening race of the season here in Melbourne. So we did sign that contract with McLaren, of course. We're here for the first Grand Prix. I set the overall rating goal to 84. I did sign a 2-year deal, so if I have to do that in 2 seasons, that'll be very, very easy. I could probably get it done before the halfway point of the season. I'm not sure what the benefit is of giving yourself a harder rating to achieve. You get a little bit of recognition, but that's about it. So I thought I played safe, but something that's not in the contract, they didn't really outline it for us, what our goal is in terms of the championship or how we should be comparing ourselves to Lando Norris in the standings. But I'm going to set the goal for myself right here, right now. We're going for the World Championship. I mean, we're in the fastest car, in the Papaya, my favorite team, and we need to win the championship. Pretty straightforward. We come into the season an 81 overall, so the question is going to be, can an 81 overall in their first season in a top pace car win the Drivers' Championship over a teammate who's been here for quite some time, is much better than us in terms of our rating. So we'll see. And in our first lap in qualifying, Lando Norris already showing who the alpha driver is at the moment. Obviously, we're going to be looking to change that, but Lando Norris has put himself near the top of the grid in the opening laps of Q1, and we're already struggling here. We're falling down the order. We're down to P16, but our second lap has proved to be pretty good here. We purple sector 2, 0.6 of a second up. I think this should be good enough to at least get ourselves ahead of Oscar Piastri in the Haas, the man who replaced us, or who took our scraps, I guess, because we replaced him at McLaren, and obviously that's a better place to be through the final corners. Still 0.6 up on that first flyer. We crossed the line, but it's only going to be a P9 going into Q2, and Lando Norris, I believe here, is leading the session. No, he's in P2. He missed the provisional P1 by 2/300ths of a second, and going into Q2, it's not looking much better. We once again go out for our first lap, and we find ourselves in P11. I will say, though, that it is on a set of scrub tires as usual, so not really the proper benchmark, all things considered. More of a banker lap, but banker laps aren't really even a thing in this game because no one ever crashes during qualifying. There's never any red flags, which is something they really need to add to the game, because that would convince me or force me to use a set of fresh soft tires for a banker lap, possibly, because right now if a red flag came out, we would be screwed. We would be out pretty much, and yeah, that would not be good, but that is not the case. And once again, on the second flyer, 2.5 up, Valtteri Bottas in the Kick Sauber, the worst car on the grid, is holding the line here to get into Q3. Pierre Gasly just ahead of him. And then we're sitting behind Alonso, who should be a little bit higher, and Alex Albon, who seems to be in the right place, to be honest. But through the final corners on this lap, 5/10, 6/10 up, big improvement through the final sector. Definitely the most technical, definitely the easiest place to lose control of the car, spin out. I did it once or twice in the practice sessions, but we nail it there and gain about 2/3 of a second, and we cross the line through in P5, which is pretty decent, but Lando Norris is a 1/10.5 almost in front of us, sitting in P2 once again and missing out on that provisional P1 by 2/100ths of a second this time, or just about. And then going to Q3, the final showdown between the 10 drivers. Pierre Gasly just squeezes in there, and we are only in P7, 6.5 tenths just about behind Lando, who is currently sitting on provisional pole. So let's see here on our final lap here. We got a fresh set of tires on. We've dropped the fuel load all the way down, which I think we've done since Q1 because I thought I was in a little bit of trouble. But these AI are giving me a run for my money in this qualifying session here. We've been using the battery. I know that was an issue before. I think we almost lost it there through turn 1, but I think the AI are now using the battery properly in qualifying. Again, if not, we are really behind the other AI. So we've got to use the battery if we want to stay alive. We probably would have been out in Q2. We only finished in P9 going into Q2, so not very good. We're definitely using it here, and as you can see, it's paying off. We purple at sector 1, 3/10 or 2/10 of a second improvement, and we're really hustling the car here. I only downshifted to 7 through turn 9 or 10. I don't know what the turn numbers are after they changed the track, but we pretty much hustled the car all the way around the track, especially through turns 1, turn 6, and that chicane there. Just feel the car sliding around. We lose a little bit of time through sector 3, but around the final corner, we get a really good exit, get the power down, cross the line, battery fully utilized pretty much as we cross into P3 behind Leclerc. Lando Norris still on provisional pole, but they're all coming in to finish their final lap right now, so still a chance that we move down. I see 2 of the Ferraris crossing. I think Leclerc was the first one. He doesn't improve. Then we got Lewis Hamilton doesn't improve, but Carlos Sainz takes away P3 from us on his final lap. We finished 0.275 seconds behind Lando Norris, so we're gonna be starting behind the 2 Ferraris. Let's get into this opening race.
Lap is good, but we need to learn the gears, so go into each one when you can. We're going to need some work on the brakes, so put some energy into them and warm the tires as well, please.
All right, so season 2 is underway here in our driver career mode in our freshly painted MCL 39 technically, starting behind Carlos Sainz, who just beat us in qualifying on his final lap. We were sitting in provisional P3, and then Sainz spoiled that McLaren sandwich in the top 3, so we're going to be starting behind the 2 Ferraris. I honestly put everything I had into that lap. I think that the ERS issue has been resolved, or I'm just that much slower, because I was using the ERS and we were barely competing. I was super surprised at Q3 on that opening lap when Lando hit a 115. I was like, oh crap, I don't know if I'm going to be able to beat that, but we did hit the 115s, just not low enough to get on pole position. But P4 isn't bad. It's our second best start of our career. We did get that pole in the second race in a Haas, a little fluky, but starting P4 here. Hamilton is right behind us as well, and then Verstappen in P6. The Red Bull falling off the chart slowly, and Ferrari, I think they are the 3rd best car. I think Mercedes is right behind us, if I'm not mistaken. I might be completely making that up, but here we go, onto the grid. Let's see what we can do in our first race in the Papaya. But here we go for our first race in Season 2 in the Papaya. We got 5 red lights, and Season 2 is officially underway here, and we are going to get a pretty good start off the line. We're going to get the run on Carlos Sainz on the battery right away, see if we can get him into turn 1 here. We got to be very careful. We slice him off, and we're up into P3 through the first 2 turns. Norris gets overtaken by Charles Leclerc. And that is not good. So we got Norris in front of us now. Are we going to get team orders in the first race? Papaya rules. Let's see here. We are in DRS range at the moment, but we got to speed up, and that is not going to help us. So I'm just going to try and go for a move here on Charles Leclerc. Won't be enough, though. Giving a little scare to Leclerc. We're back in DRS range, and DRS will be activated this lap. We won't get it down the main straight, but we will get it through the second straight after turn 2. So let's see here as we ramp through the final corner on the opening lap. First lap in McLaren, pretty good. We're keeping up with Lando so far. I had to remind myself that we did not have the help of a tow in qualifying, and we're only 2.5 tenths off of Lando, so not too bad. And I think our race pace will be a little bit better. We're a bit more used to the car, got our practice in the track, So now it's just time to put our head down, get these laps in. All right, Lando going for the move on Leclerc now. It looks like it's going to be a cat and mouse game between the two. And Lando goes around the outside of turn 11. We completely cut the track. Just watching that battle. We get a warning as well. Leclerc recharging his battery. So are we. We're going to turn on the battery to medium here. Lando and Leclerc just keep swapping back and forth here. And, we're kind of just waiting for one of them to make a mistake. I'm hoping that they crash. They seem to be very aggressive around the chicane here, as you see Charles Leclerc now goes around the outside, and he's gonna get the jump on Lando Norris. And now we got DRS. Lando Norris does have DRS. We're gonna go for the move here, try and overtake our teammate in the first race of the season, and we're gonna get past him. We had a lockup on the front left, I think, but we get past Lando Norris. We're still in DRS range of Charles Leclerc, which is really good. And now we have passed Lando Norris, so let's see if we can overtake our teammate, or not overtake, if we can stay in front of him for the remainder of this race. We've saved up some battery just to help us out down the straights and to defend. We're getting pretty close to Leclerc here. And we're going to get DRS on him. What is this? What? We're already getting papaya rules on the first freaking race of the season. And we just passed him last race. We're going to pass Charles Leclerc right now. So we got to go for it. Otherwise, they're going to keep harassing me to let Lando through. He's 0.5 of a second back. We're turning on the battery. We're going to get DRS here. And we should get past Leclerc cleanly before we get to the chicane. Oh, crap. We're going to have to go around the outside now. Oh, crap. No. Oh, my God. Okay, so we did get past Leclerc there. Pierre Gasly out of the session. But we are going for the move now, and I left my battery up by accident, so...
Okay, your teammates drop back, so you can just get
yeah,
on with your own race
thank you
now.
very much.
Let's go.
We are going to take that as we are side by side with Leclerc, leaving him lots of room. And now we're going through the inside of the penultimate corner. He's going to get past us once again. Oh, we gave him a little bit too much room there. And we're not going to have DRS. Oh, that is not good. And Lando is probably going to pass us now. We used up too much battery on that last lap. We purpled Sector 2. And Lando now is trying to make a move, so I think it's papaya rules now. As we are following Charles Leclerc as close as we can. We need a good exit out of turn 7 if we want to get past him down the straight. We weren't quick enough last time.
Yellow flag.
We got a yellow flag out. So we should get him this time here.
Okay,
Let's get that battery ready. Try and get him into the chicane once again. So here we go with the DRS. Gonna get that slipstream, and this time I think we're gonna get past him. Yes, we are. Beautiful, and for the first time in our career, we have taken the lead of a race. Oh my God, we almost lost it. Through the chicane once again. Let Lando and Leclerc battle it out, hopefully. And we're gonna have to charge up the battery now, try and run away with it. I don't know how plausible that is, though, given that they are pretty quick this race. Oh man, these tires are not doing too good. I've been a little bit too aggressive on them, trying to go for the lead. Lando's right behind us. He's gonna get DRS, and I think he's gonna get a move done here. He is right behind me, and there's not much I could do. We have some battery, but I think we're gonna save it for later. It's a long race, and Lando, what is he doing? Why isn't he going for the move here? And we're just gonna be aggressive, defend the middle of the road, and force him to pick a bad side. And we once again slip up through the chicane. And here he comes into, I believe this is turn 12 on the garage, and we go deep into the corner. No, and Lando gets past. Oh, that is a rookie mistake there. Lando showing his experience, staying calm and composed. Good thing is that we are on pace, which is great to know. I was a little bit scared that we wouldn't even be on pace with the leaders here, but we have actually ran away, Leclerc, Norris, and I, with a 3.5 second lead, 4 seconds over Lewis Hamilton, who is down in P4. So it's a battle for the win right now that we find ourselves in our first race in a McLaren. And I don't have enough battery to overtake and then defend afterwards, so I'm trying to stick it close and then use the battery to overtake and then defend afterwards. But I feel like I drain too much of it every time I try and go for a move, but we're going to go for it now. And we're going to get past Lando Norris once again, take P1. I need him to be fighting with Leclerc. If he's not fighting with Leclerc, we're going to have a little bit of trouble trying to win this race. We need Leclerc to buy us some time. Papaya rules going fairly well right now. We haven't bumped into each other or anything. It's been clean racing. We're going to use a little bit of battery, see if we can run away. Oh, crap, they got DRS. Never mind. So now we're just using this to defend. Oh, this is not good. Oh, crap. So Lando right behind us. And he's going to get DRS once again. And he is 0.2 of a second. Here he comes. Leclerc right there as well. We're going to guard the inside. Oh, crap. We'll go deep into turn 3. Oh, he's right beside us. We got to leave him the space there. But we're able to etch out in front. This is really hard racing right now. None of us letting each other breathe. Just constant pressure from the top 3 here. Lando Norris and Leclerc have caught up. So that is not good. Look at that. We have like no battery left and there's not much I could do. I just got to block the road here. We're going to let Leclerc pass because Lando is our teammate. We don't want him finishing in front of us. I'd rather it be Leclerc than Lando Norris. So what? Oh, crap. I didn't get DRS there. So Leclerc now takes the lead. There's been 3 different race leaders in this race so far. And not even close to predicting who the winner is going to be. This might be a strategy thing, or if someone makes a big mistake. So we are approaching the pit window. We could go in and box this lap, see if the undercut will work. Because like I said, it might come down to strategy here, and I would like to pit ahead of Lando Norris. Again, no battery, but this time we got DRS. So we're going to use that just to get right up to Charles Leclerc and beat him on the brakes, push him wide, and get right past Charles Leclerc with the help of DRS. I think we pit now. Let's do it now. We're going to run the risk here, see if we can get a little bit of a gap to Leclerc and Lando Norris. This might not play in our favor. It definitely won't help us near the end of the race, but let's just dive in now. The tires are struggling for sure. And let's see what we could do here. In the pits. No one else is pitting because we're going for an early pit stop. Getting the hard tires on. Hopefully there's no safety car. If there's a safety car, we are absolutely screwed. Oh man, okay, so hopefully we can get out in front of Bottas and these guys here. Oh, it's not looking good. We gotta be fast. We gotta be fast. No, we might get out into traffic. No, we're gonna get out into some traffic. Oh man, that is not good. That's gonna ruin our undercut. So we gotta be quick here to try and get past these guys. But Leclerc has gone into pit, and I think he's coming out of the pits now. So let's see, is that Leclerc? Oh, that is Leclerc. We come out right beside him. And that is not good because now he's got the fresher tires. So that undercut doesn't necessarily work. We could still get Lando though. He's probably going to come in this lap. So we got to push to the max here. Try not to battle with Charles Leclerc too much. So that we can just focus in the clean air here and get a good lap in to get past Lando, as he's probably going to go into the pits here. Lando's in the pits here, so let's see, are we going to make it out in front of Lando Norris? Turn on the battery, let's see. I think it's going to be close. He's coming out right now. Yes, we're going to get past Lando Norris. So is Charles Leclerc, so staying up for that extra lap definitely didn't help him, but it will pay off in the long run, as he will have the pace. Leclerc and I definitely will be battling here, and we resume taking the lead of this race, but Charles Leclerc dives down the inside trying to get a move done. Oh man, we almost freaking clipped him there. And we're going to stay out in P1. He's going to get DRS come the next straight. Oh, holy crap. This race is intense, man. We're just going back and forth and back and forth. And Leclerc is going to get past here. There's not much I could do. Don't want to waste the battery. So we got to go for the long run here. And hopefully we can stick with Leclerc. He is on those fresher, hard tires. Another battle. Here we go with Charles Leclerc. Through turn 1, we will get DRS, and then maybe we can get him into turn 3. Can we get close enough? Maybe go for a late break dive bomb once again, and just take the corner, and he has to bail out as we get there just in time to pass Charles Leclerc, but oh my, he's gonna have DRS. I don't think I timed that overtake properly. There's still lots of racing left, so I think we're just here for the racing, to be honest. We're going to be going back and forth anyways. Doesn't matter. He is going to catch up. Lando Norris is closing in slowly but surely. He's 1.6 seconds back now. And I can see him in the rear view mirror just off in the distance. Oh crap, Leclerc is going to get past. I think I forgot to upshift there, to be completely honest. Focusing too much on the commentary. Yeah, he's very slow through the chicane, so we might be able to get him back here. And he will get DRS, but we're going to use a little bit of battery, see if we can get a move done. And he is going to block the inside. nowhere for me to go. There was no way I was going to switch to the inside of the track there. We're just following very closely. Pretty equal on pace, to be honest, but the Ferrari, I think being the second or third best car, we should be outpacing them. Leclerc really showing off his skills today. Lando Norris has passed Charles Leclerc, and he is now about to retake the lead of this race, it looks like. Again, not much that I'm able to do here. We've got to conserve our battery. It's still a long race left, nothing too urgent at the moment. And we're all on equal pace. Like, this is the closest I've seen a battle for the win in a long time, possibly ever, in these F1 21 or F1 21 in these F1 games. I don't want to jinx anything, but I think we are going to win this race because we're on lap 26 and we're honestly just biding our time with Lando Norris. We haven't been very aggressive with him. We've just been trailing this 1-2 behind Lando, and we've had many opportunities to overtake, but I want to time it just right on the final lap so that he doesn't have a chance with the DRS to get the overtake done. Like, we've barely been using our battery. As you can see, it's pretty much charged up. We've just had it on medium this entire race, and he's unable to gap us. We've just been sticking with them, but so is Charles Leclerc. We're still all trailing each other by just a few tenths of a second, and nothing has really happened because I'm just defending Leclerc, holding this 1-2, because I want to overtake Lando in a way that will not screw him over with Charles Leclerc. But you can see how close we get to him, even without the use of battery, and then we just let off the throttle here. But like I said, we're waiting until the last lap to get Lando Norris, so he doesn't have the chance to overtake us. So here we go, onto that final lap. We got the battery fully charged to 100%, and we have a little bit of a slip up already through the final corner. And we are on the final lap here. Leclerc right behind us. And we are going to get Lando on the back straight just before the chicane. And then that should be good enough to run away with it. Hopefully we don't get it wrong here, because we've kind of just been playing games with Lando Norris this entire race. Papaya rules, you know, keep it clean, keep it steady, and let's get it across the line in a 1-2. Leclerc is just half a second behind us. Take it nice and easy through turn 7. And now we're going to turn on that battery just a little bit here. Actually, you know what? We're going to go all the way. We got to go all the way. Turn it off. I'm very undecisive here. But Lando Norris charging up his battery. All right, here we go. This is the move right here. Got to take the lead of the race, baby. And now we just got to defend the final few corners with the DRS to get the win. We overtake Lando on the last lap. Pretty much trolled him this whole race. Not the whole race, but definitely after the first stint. We just sat behind him and just waited so that now we can't fight back. He will have a chance here down the main straight, but obviously we're going to have to fight that as best we can. So through the final corner here, going to turn on that battery. He will get the DRS. He is right there, but it won't be enough. We're going to win the first race of the season in the McLaren. Embarrassing Lando Norris, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Our first career win as well. Holy, what a great start to the season. I was a little worried after qualifying, but we might have to turn out the difficulty. I don't know. After qualifying in P4, getting team orders from the team, pitting early to go for the undercut, it all adds up to finishing in P1 and getting our first win of the season. We just come in to McLaren, and I think this is a statement race, honestly. First race of the season, and we were pretty much, again, trolling Lando at the end of the race. We just bided our time and overtook him right on the last lap. He did, however, get the fastest lap, so he does get an extra point for that. And it is the first race of the season, which means for the first time in our career as well, we are leading the Drivers' Championship by 6 points. Surprisingly as well, Leclerc kept up with us that whole race. If something happened between me and Lando, Leclerc was right there to grab the win off of us. And then after that, we just left everyone in the dust. Verstappen finished 20 seconds behind myself, I believe. So Leclerc in that Ferrari really showing out. I'm a little scared once Ferrari gets their development going, because if he's driving like that in an inferior car, he's gonna be quite scary once Ferrari, or if Ferrari gets to the top of that development chart. And then just to top things off, obviously, it is a 1-2 finish for McLaren. So with Lando's fastest lap, we score 44 points, the maximum you could score in a weekend 4 team. And that puts us at the top of the constructors as well. And then we got the Scuderia right behind us. Well, not right behind us, but 25 points behind us with 19 points. And after just one race, we are going to hit 82 overall and about a half. We did get a bunch of overtakes because we were going back and forth with Lando and Charles at the start. And then obviously winning the race is going to help us a lot. And we beat Sergio Perez in some sort of rivalry. I'm not sure why, it was just one race, but we beat him. We get a bunch of XP. So at this rate, we might have to renegotiate our deal with McLaren because I set an 84 overall target. I'm not sure what the drop-off is as you progress through the rankings. So something to keep note of. Recognition, I think, remains unchanged, even though we really destroyed Lando in that second half of the race. I think the DRS was just keeping us all in it. Overall, we got 500 R&D points to spend, which we got to focus on the chassis here because that is slacking big time. That's mainly because of the regulation changes, but I just want to see where we are. We still have the best chassis out of any team, even though it's our worst part of the car right now. And yeah, Ferrari with the second fastest car. They're not too far behind us, it looks like, but we'll see what upgrades they bring. We brought a bunch because I stockpiled my points from Haas to bring over to McLaren, and we just got a few upgrades before the opening race. So I think the other teams, especially Ferrari, even Mercedes, will close in the next few races, but we'll see. For now, that is going to be it. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you watched up to this point, be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you guys know when the next video is out. I think in the next race or two, I'm going to decide if I'm going to bump it up to 110 finally after starting playing this game in F1 2021. I mean, as you guys saw, we had massive pace over Lando. It was really just the DRS keeping him in it, but it could be something like last season, track dependent. Some tracks I was not good at last season, and we suffered because of that. So I'm going to give it a few races here, and I will let you guys know if I bump it up to 110. But until then, guys, again, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Have a great day, everyone.